All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and pick up from where we left off the last time. Um, Last I remember, we were just ending ninth grade year, sort of like end of
The
the
summer.
summer, beginning of 10th grade year. Um, so I didn't really have too many things going on. In that September of 10th grade year, I just met a few more people. That's when me and Jasmine came back to the school, and we kind of like announced our relationship to everybody. I guess that's how you. I guess that's
Beginning
you saying we went like
of the end.
public. Yeah, because that was social media was like on the rise back then. It wasn't like where it's at now. Back in like
Yeah, cake
2013,
though.
2014. Yeah, we had Kick, but like Kick didn't have like a feed. We just had the message. So, but yeah, we got people seeing who we were and started meeting new people. We met all of the people who became involved with the second semester scandal. So I guess that was sort of eventful, but things for me didn't start picking up until like October, like around Halloween. So, just tell me how was that going with you and Darren? Because I know it wasn't easy. I know it wasn't easy.
Well, August. Lit. We started talking. We got together August 8th, 2013, I think. Or August 9th. One of those dates. August 8th or August 9th. 8, 9, 13. August 9th, 2013. Boom. Don't know how the fuck I just remembered that just now. But anyways,
It
so
was
we're,
better
we're
than me.
we chilling. Cool. So you guys know what Cedar Point is. So Cedar Point, my dad has like some tickets. He has some tickets. He got them all of us on the low, whatever. I'm like, oh, friends. Like, easy. Me, my friend Sean, my friend Nico, and Darren. Hell yeah. Easy work. Nico, yeah, I'll go. Sean, yeah, I'll go. Darren, I'll go. Darren's mom, fuck no. All right, so Darren's mom had a thing about letting her daughter go with people she didn't really know. Understandable.
Yeah, I mean
All
that's
right,
like a
so
lot of moms.
yeah, I'm like, cool. And so literally, I pulled the greatest of clutch moments. The weekend before. So we left on like that Saturday. So like that Friday, Thursday, I was meet every parent's doing a meet and greet. My dad met her mom. Her mom met Nico's mom. Nico's mom met her. It was just the finagling of a century. Luckily, Nico's mom loved me, so it was I was finessing it. Sean's guardians, whatever. I was pulling the clutches of pulls. All right. So here is the ultimate clutch factor. Nico and Darren, before this day, have not talked a single day together in their lives. And what did I convince my best friend to do at the time? I was like, hey, best friend, do me a solid and spend the night at Darren's house. Yes, I know you have just met this girl the day prior, but in order to get this to work, I need you to spend the night here because if she would have went home, she would not have been and come back out. Yo, and Nico, to this day, will always be goated, like forever. She spent the night at this girl's house. They became really okay friends, I guess. But yo, her mom was heated because she knew I played her. She knew I played the hell out of her because I convinced her to bring her to drive because she didn't want to leave her like, why driving? Listen, there were no tickets. Tickets were not made for nobody, all right? There were no tickets, bro. No tickets. None. So I convinced her mom to drive Nico and Darren the 2-hour drive to freaking Cedar Point and pay. And pay, yo. Yes. Yo. I have a special spot. Listen, her mom will hate me for the rest of eternity. Listen, because she paid for her and Nico. Nico, she didn't have to pay for Nico. But I'm like, I don't have to. I'm not going to. On the
Right.
10th grade, it's all about saving money. I had people, had bros to hang out with. Eh. So we ended up going to the point, had best of times. We were vibing, good times, yo. Best times ever. Her mom kind of got the last because she ended up leaving early and took Darren with her at like 6-ish, 7-ish. We went there early as fuck, We didn't stay to close. I stayed to closing, but her mom left early, so she got to have the last laugh. But guess who got that laugh? Who got the biggest laugh? Me. Because guess who had to pay for it? Her. That's all good. It's all good. Needless to say, her
That's
mom,
just sinister.
her mom preyed on my downfall ever since. And here's how. What was it? Well, before we get to that, that was homecoming. That's homecoming. We'll get to homecoming, but Halloween.
Yeah, homecoming is where like wait, what? Homecoming was before Halloween.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind. Then we gotta go to homecoming then.
Yeah,
bro.
man.
So
That was the first and only homecoming I had ever went to, and like, it's crazy because I went to this homecoming with Jasmine, and you'd have thought I was there by myself, and I'm just real awkward. I don't dance. I'm not about to walk up behind the girl and like snatch her up to me so she can twerk on me, whatever. I just ain't that kind of dude. I was just there like to go, but yeah, like I remember I went to Jasmine's house, and from her house you and your dad came to get us, and we went to go get Darren, and I had no idea what was going on. I knew Darren's mama hated me because of what had happened between me and her. So
she hated me because I played her on Cedar Point.
Yeah, so I didn't even go in the house, and I know like, yeah, I just stood outside like on the corner in like this gated like community. I don't even know where the hell we were, if I'm being honest.
He's in fine clothing on the corner,
and there's people like staring out their window at me. Like I seen a couple like on the phone looking at me out the window, and it's like at the end of the day, I really am just standing here. Like I'm not hurting nobody. I'm just out here. But I'm standing out there, and I'm glad you came out there to stand with me, because your dad wasn't making anything any better. When you said that her mama don't want her to go, your dad, I remember vividly. He said, "You already bought the ticket?" And you was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Well, she about to let her daughter go. I go in there and I dick slap that bitch. I talk some sense into her." And I'm like, "Bro, like you meant what you said the first time. Like you ain't even got it."
So that's your struggle out there. So I'm in the house, I come to pick up a Darren and whatnot. Darren had her dress laid out because she was texting. She was like, "I might not better come out, but I got my dress in case she finessing shit." And I'm sitting there like, and she sent me a picture of this dress, and she looked amazing, bro. Like, listen, even though what's gonna happen later in this podcast is gonna be like, what the fuck, bro? I was so in love with this girl, and she just looked amazing. Like, just seeing her was like such a lovely experience. Like, a lovely experience. Like, forget what happened 9th grade year, right? And forget what's about to happen later on in the 10th grade year. She was a lovely individual, all right? 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I was tripping then. All right. Anyways. So I'm in there, like I'm putting out, I'm throwing out everything. I'm like, I'll bring her home early. Tickets, people usually go for like, oh, the listen, I was doing anything. You know why she let her come? Because she had a D in an elective. She had straight A's every other class and got a D in an elective. You know what that elective was? Gym. I forget why, but it was gym. No one gives a fuck about gym, bro. Yo, her mom was so petty because like she used to be so petty. I felt like in the back of my mind, like, this is fucking karma. But at the same time, I was like, hey, Darren, climb out the window. Like, that was high key my thoughts right there. Yo, Darren, climb out the window.
And what was crazy about Darren too is like, I should have known from the beginning, like that things just wouldn't have been like so easy to work out between her and her mom, because we had French class together. That's how I met her. And it's how it's always like those like inside jokes, they be funny for a little bit, it happens that day, so you laugh that day, maybe the next day, and then they die. So in French, everything is based off of like verbs and conjugation. So it was the word venir. Venir is a verb that means to like come. So come here or come on or just stuff like that. So Darren's favorite joke, and she ran with this all the way until we graduated. She would just walk up on me and be like, "Hey Gerard, venir, to calm." And I'm like, oh my god, that was funny like 3 years ago. like come on now. We got and every time I seen her, she'd be like, she would text me that shit. She would just say veneer and then put some like laugh emojis. And I'm like, what?
I'm sorry, that would probably kill me. That's
Like,
what
bro.
She's the corny humor to like her lifestyle. It was just lovely.
Yeah, like it was cool back in the day. Like I said in the last episode, that's just how it was for like boys our age. Like stuff that would normally make you cringe, when you going through puberty, it's it's like that. She kind of cute. That's all. That's always what it is. So like for me, it used to be that little snort. If I ever made you laugh until you snorted, oh, she kind of cute. Like that's the first thing my mind will go to.
Like with me, if a girl smiled at me longer than 3 seconds, I was like, I can see his dating. I'm sorry, it was bad.
Yeah, like it. And I feel like that's what got us. Like, you talking about Darren?
No. Like I wasn't a sapiosexual, but like I'll look at a girl and be like, oh, she kind of cute. But if she talked and she sounded stupid, I'm like, nope, cuteness gone.
Man, I got a college story about how stupidity turned me away.
Not even, bro. Listen, that will turn a 10 girl to a 2 like that. All right, listen, I don't know, man. I just because you're not gonna always be fucking unless that's what y'all really in there for. If y'all actually dating, if y'all just fucking, cool, it's whatever. But if y'all dating, I gotta talk to you sometimes when we're not having sex. And if you stupid, I can't do it.
No, if you stupid, I'm not even going like I couldn't even like fuck you. It would.
You wanna know why?
I don't know. Like let me tutor you first, and then maybe like
talking in sex.
I'm gonna give you an exam. If you don't get at least a 75, then we not fucking. I'm not piping. Like no, it's not happening. But yeah, moving forward a little bit.
So she obviously she didn't go. I didn't buy a ticket to begin with. I just said that she would get ready to come. She didn't go. I kind of didn't enjoy my time at thing, but Darren did some modeling in the dress she got, and and I was still kind of sad she didn't go though. So
yeah, like it sucked, especially like because Jasmine, she had pissed me off that night. I forgot what she did because we ended up downtown. We had ended up like downtown, and she had made me so mad. She was one of those girls that couldn't walk in heels either, and it's like, why not? Why didn't you bring flats? But she just, I don't know, that just didn't like click with her or something. But yeah, so things are going okay after homecoming and stuff. We just started to interact with the class of 2015. Like Brian, Ethan, Fellis, Marcus, Ishmael. That's when we met. Even though he wasn't in class 2015, that's when we met Peyton. He was in the class 2017.
You know what's funny? I met Peyton online first, and we walked past each other. And that way, dude, that's how I ended up switching. Now that was later on. We didn't meet Peyton until later on. We met Peyton in 11th grade year.
You sure? Because he's only a year younger.
No, it was 10th grade. It was 10th grade year. I didn't meet Peyton in person until wait. Yeah, it was. Yeah. You're right. But I didn't meet Peyton in person until like some random day I was walking by him. And I was like, oh, it's Peyton. No, wait, it was 11th grade year because remember I had already switched school.
I feel like I met him 10th grade year though. So I
didn't meet Peyton until 11th grade year because I was already out of school. It was over that. No, that episode. It was actually a little while before that. Wait, when the fuck did I know I wasn't at I was at CMA when I met Peyton. Because we was at Butsu all the time, and it was over that. No, I was at school still. What the fuck?
Well, look, regardless, like it was just that second semester scandal
Oh,
That kind of
let's just
like
get to the scandal. So the scandal second semester, the greatest, the best, the everything that could be. So
that biggest moment that everybody has in high school. Like this
it
was
was
it.
this.
Like just how stuff
So
was crazy.
so all right. So listen to what happens, and keep in mind that rumor has it this was all started by a girl who was in ninth grade. Like the entire scandal was started by a girl in ninth grade. Just listen to this. Listen. Well, that's the rumor. Rumor has it was started by the girl in ninth grade. Rumor has it. It hasn't been proven, so I'm not going to say her name, nor am I going to say she did it, but it's believable. So,
I mean, you gonna have to let me in on that one because
all
I
right.
think even
So,
I'm a little lost.
all right. So we had that big brother little sister type thing. You know, the scenes with adopt a ninth grader and whatnot, bro.
Yep.
Let me flash right quick. Ninth grade year, my homecoming, my big sister, I saw her twerk on a guy until sweat dripped off, and then she downed an entire 20 freaking, the big bottles of smart water, like the 20 liters, not 20 liters, the 20
Ounce.
ounces. Yeah, yo, she downed, no, not 20 ounces. It was bigger than 20 ounces, man. It was the normal size of smart water, like the big ones. She downed it in like seconds, man. She got up, down. It was like, hey, little brother, you want one next? I'm like, you know what? I might take you up with it, but I was kind of feeling weak. That's better. Anyways, like I was saying, so the scandal. So no shit, there I was in Mr. Smith room, as was the usual hangout spot. The bros Gerard was playing chess, as he usually did. At by this time, oh wait, I skipped over the yeah, fuck that talent show. Anyways, so at this time,
We already talked about it in the last one.
yeah, at this
Now,
time,
so
everybody's going through like different relationship issues. Like relationship problems have been building up for a while. So we had got a little popular from the talent show, and you know, I was not accustomed to any sort of popularity in any way, shape, or form. Ninth graders were like, oh, hanging out with 10th graders. I felt kind of, so yeah, life. I didn't. There wasn't anything extramarital from what I did, you know, but I was definitely entertaining other girls. Wrong, but I was in 10th grade, so get fucked. Anyways, um, so I leave out of the class to go wander the halls. It was late. It was after school. It was like maybe 4 o'clock. We got out of school at like 2 something. So I'm wandering, and I don't know. I think somebody told me, or I just happened to see walking down that hall. I think I don't know what the fuck I was doing. I was probably looking for I was looking for Darren, I think, because she usually was in the orchestra room or in the band room with her. So I go down there and I walk down the hallway towards the gym and the band room. And lo and behold, guess who I see kissing? Jasmine and Ishmael. So at this time, Jasmine's in a relationship with Gerard. At this time, Ishmael's in a relationship with another girl in our in his grade,
Haley,
Haley.
man,
There are two people dating, making out with each other. So here's how those relationships have been fucked, right? The problem with that is, ladies and gentlemen, when you're really close with individuals, real like close enough, like thick as thieves, people tend to reverberate and problems tend to be more noticeable. Even the little cracks become major issues when people are getting into, are literally everybody's finding out about everybody and people eating back to back to back to back to back. So Gerard and Jasmine started having issues. I started having issues because Jasmine lied to Darren about me kissing her. So me and Darren started having issues. Um, Ishmael and Haley started having issues because of them. And then I don't know how the power couple. Listen, not Jasmine. Jordan and Fellas will always be my favorite relationship of all time. But they started having relationships, and listen, when they started, I had given up on all hope of relationships by that point. Listen, done. Like I was done with relationships at that time because they were the power couple. They were everything I knew to be right with relationships. They kept me sane. They failed. They took a break, but people say they took a break. I felt like they broke up. Life was over as we knew it, and it was just downhill from there. People were just getting in with everybody. Some anything. Coronavirus getting around, they started intermingling with my relationship, with the cracks, and that started going badly. And then started noticing the cracks in everybody's relationship, and it's like, oh, is that a failed relationship? Let me jump in and fuck it up even more. It was just a fucking mess. Listen, second semester began in January. The scandal did not end until 11th grade in September when Jasmine and Gerard finally broke up. All right, that was the final end of the. But that's later on. But the scandal was horrific. That was like 5 different relationships collapsed. Friendships were like broken forever. People hated each other that were best friends. Like, there are some people who still have not talked to each other since. All right, since it has been 6 years, 6 fucking years, and they still do not talk because of it. It is ridiculous, and I completely agree with them. Like, I 100% side with everybody in every situation. Like, it was bad, but most of us voted out. Most of us voted the Rays out. Most of us did not. Me and Darren did not. We got back. We broke up. Nico warned me on a couple of those times, but I was like, yeah, fuck her. But that's the thing. You tend to let the anger get the best of you. Never make decisions while you're angry, sad, drunk, or not in your right state of mind. It will not go. But yeah.
Yeah, for the most part, for me, a lot of this stuff was being done, kind of like, I won't necessarily say behind my back, because like I could always see it happen. I could always like, basically what I'm saying is I just didn't care. Like, I was already starting to feel that I didn't really want to be with Jasmine like that. And it's crazy because this was only like a couple months into the relationship so far. But when I tell you, this girl used to get on my nerves. Like, I used to play chess. I was on a chess team or whatever, and we would have practice after school every day. She got jealous of the chessboard, and she called it Chessina.
I remember that.
And she would always go and be ducked off with other people in the hallways and stuff. And it's just like, I don't got time for you. And I'm not like the most attractive guy in the room, but like I've always had a pretty but I've always had a pretty like a pretty nice build, a pretty good like physique. So, and I always had a habit of not wearing like a whole shirt. Like I'd wear like an Under Armour shirt, a beater, like a white tee with like the school collar. But nah, I didn't do none of that. So because of that, people would see me, and then, just in general, I was just like a real like nice guy. People would take like attraction to me, so I could get attention from people, from girls, from like other friends and stuff whenever I wanted it. I just didn't. Like I would just be chilling. Like I like to go to school, and then at the end of school, play chess, and then go home and like mind my business. So, eventually I would see her like less and less. And it was one day, I come into like the econ classroom. That's where we all would hang out after school. Econ classroom was everything. Like every day after school, that's where people would meet up. And on Fridays it was anime club in there. So chess club would get kicked out. But we would make it work. I was a part of both, so I could be either or. But anyway, one day I come in, and I already didn't like mess with Ishmael. He was one of those like super cocky people, but like he cheated at everything. When we would play card games, he'd go from no cards in his hand to like 7 cards in his hand on like one turn. It's like, bro, how did you But I never said nothing, and this nigga would be like ashy too. Like I'm talking, if you smack this nigga, like it was like cleaning chalkboard erasers. Like this nigga was ashy. So I didn't really think too much about this nigga. I was surprised he had a girlfriend. But one day I go into econ classroom and he is in there bawling his eyes out, like clutching his heart. Like you would thought he got a call saying like his mama just died or something. But turns out him and him and Haley had broke up, and I never questioned it. I didn't care because later come to find out he would be in like group chats like talking shit about me and stuff, and it's like, bro, like I don't even fuck with you. I don't even know you.
But
But the reason he claimed to not like me was because the whole time he was fucking around with Jasmine behind my back, and because I was like losing interest in her, she would like confide in him, and that he claimed that that's the reason why he didn't like me, why he would talk shit about me. But the reason him and Haley broke up was because that little kissing incident they had, he owned up, and or I don't even know if he owned up, but Haley somehow found out and she broke up with him, and that's
yep.
why he was so hurt. And me, like when I tell you, there were just things that made me like fall back further and further from Jasmine. There was one point during second semester when I was with Jasmine. Jasmine was with a girl named Caitlin, and Caitlin was with a nigga named Kamal.
Oh,
And
dog.
and during that time, I promise you, I was not like touching her for real. Like sex cut out, just like kissing on her cut out, because I just wasn't with it. Like
Didn't kiss
I'm already like not fucking with you for real, and you go and do this, and every time I turn around, she was some nigga. It's a dude named Blake who said he was gay, but like they fucked. Like she cheated on me with a so-called gay dude. Like it was so crazy because come senior year, this nigga was fucking all the gay freshman boys. But I guess that's like, that's later down the line. But yeah, so and like, I kind of knew all of this stuff, but I never like acted on it. I was just real cold, real distant. We'd get on the phone and like I just wouldn't say nothing. I put the phone on mute and keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not fucking with you. So just even through all of that, that's when things got super shaky. Zell and Darren were the first to like split up, and then just like all the couples and stuff started splitting, and me and Jasmine somehow like hung on to a thread through that whole summer, because that summer that's like me and Denzel hung out sophomore or like summer after sophomore year going into junior year. So I wasn't even like really paying attention to her for real. And then I was playing football. I was playing varsity football at the time, so I had practice and stuff. So yeah, I'll be going to practice, and I don't really got to like that summer. Like this is how bad it was. When I stopped playing for the football team, no. There was one day I just didn't want to go to practice. So my excuse to the coach was I got a family reunion to go to. It was Jasmine's family reunion. My excuse to Jasmine to not go to the family reunion was it was like a really important day in football practice. And I spent that day chilling with my man's Chris at his house. And we just not the Chris from like the beginning of the story. It's another Chris. He's a little bit older than me. He kind of like, this is Chris Mack. Like, if you know me, a lot of the mannerisms stuff that I do, a lot of the stuff that I say, I got from him, because that's like how tight we was. We used to do goofy and dumb shit all the time. All the time. But yeah, so me and Jasmine somehow like made it through the summer, and then 11th grade year comes in, and it was like beginning of the school year. It's like September, and I'm like, look here, I don't want to be with you no more. And I broke up with her. You can tell she was kind of hurt. The typical like girl stuff, crying. I'm all sad. Boo hoo, no. This time it's like I don't care because Denzel wasn't at the school anymore. I didn't want to fuck with her. The only people I fucked with that year was like the chess team. I ended up making like a couple more like close friends. Like that's when I had got to become real close friends with Christopher Smith. That was the econ teacher's son. Because we were on an academic games team together, so we'd be out of town and out of state and stuff a lot together. And then I met my man's Eric in English class. Oh man, Miss Nichols, she was an evil gremlin bitch. But that's beside the point.
Evil gremlin.
Yeah, so once I broke up with her, I was really like solo. I wasn't messing with nobody. I would once chess practice was over, I was coming home and I was hopping on my Xbox. I ain't have internet at the time, but there's a will, there's a way. I had my smartphone hotspot, and I would like play the game on my hotspot, but it wasn't strong enough to download updates. So when my game got updates, I just memorized like what I had to click to get the update and how to connect to Wi-Fi. And I would take my Xbox to the McDonald's on the corner of my street and plug it in and click all the buttons from memory and just stay up there for like 3 hours to give the update time to download. And by the time I got home, I would just hope that it finished. Because if it didn't, I had to go back up there, which used to be a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
But most times it finished and I would come back home and play on the hotspot. Like it was for sure like the craziest thing. But
11th grade year was the invention of the niggas of struggle. We'll get to that, bro.
yeah, like that's when I was always on like some backdoor shit. Like I just never did anything straight up. If I needed something, I avoided like civilly paying for it at all costs. I did every other back alley route. There was a thing that they used to give you free Xbox Live codes, and eventually they caught on to what people was doing, and they put like a puzzle on there. I learned how to count in Japanese just to decipher the puzzle. Like those are the lengths I would go to. Those are the strides I would take just to do shit like that. But fast forward a little bit. I'm rocking it by myself, cooling for the next couple months, and December comes around, and it's winter break or whatever, and I'm just sitting there playing the game, and it's crazy because Jasmine called me and I was talking to her and stuff, and this is when she called herself like revealing all the stuff that she did and all the cheating she did, and I just told her straight up, like,
bro.
I just told her straight up, like, I don't care, girl. Like I already pretty much
Hey, we gotta back up. You're going into 11th grade year.
We've already been in 11th grade year. I'm on December of 11th. Like
pause. I gotta tell you something first. Hold on. Don't go yet.
I mean, like, where's you gotta stop at?
All right. So 2 points. I remember the day I told you that she was kissed on Ishmael, and you know what you told me?
I don't remember.
That sucks. And then you was like, checkmate, and you left. I was like, my nigga, what? And I had a picture of the checkmate you did to the dude who you were playing with, and it was just the most wildest. Like, I'm like, this is some pretty badass. She's like, damn, that sucks. Checkmate, and then left out the room. Like, where the fuck you go? He's like, I'm about to head home. All right. But
that sounds like some me shit.
I'm like, this is my nigga for real. But because of course, when I found out she kissed him, like I saw the kissing, I immediately hit it about went back upstairs to tell my bro. I didn't fuck with Jasmine anyway, so I was a dry ass snitch. I ain't give a fuck. Anyways, in the 11th grade year, in the 10th grade year, me and Darren finally we broke up in May for the last time, and it was just something happened in the 10th grade year. I don't recall. Oh, I get kicked out of school. So I get sent to summer school. And, summer school shit happens. And so at the end of it, at the end of this 2-month long program, me and Darren didn't fully break up at the end of the summer program. So, because we both were in that bitch, I think. Or no, she wasn't in there. I think I was. Anyway, so I'm in there. And They're like, yeah, you're getting academic shattered, bro. Shattered. Not yet. That came afterwards. Like I was hurt. I'm like, oh shit, I'm getting kicked out of school. Like I have never been kicked out of school a day in my life until that moment. It was horrifying.
I mean,
It was
you
like
really didn't miss anything.
it was like when Icarus flew too close to the sun. That was me. I was Icarus. Icarus has fallen. Olympus has fallen. Anyways, I was on top of my shit. I was like riding the fuck out of my high horse at the end of the 10th grade year. Like I was on my shit, prideful as fuck. Like shit was falling to pieces, but I had bitches galore. You know, fuck grades, get money. It was lit. And so in the span of 3 weeks, I got kicked out of school. Me and Darren finally broke up. And I ended up losing every single one of my friends I had because that me and Peyton pulled that he backed out last minute being and said that it was all my idea when it's kind of his idea. But you know, that's a whole different other thing. But basically at this time, I had nobody. I went from being on top of the world to nothing. Like no friends. Like listen, these are my only friends I made by this point. Like besides Gerard, who was busy at the time. That was it. I lost majority, like 98% of my friends, the girlfriend, the school, and I was going to fucking CMA, bro.
Yeah, like
I went to orientation inside the school. One, CMA is like a third of the size of Renaissance. It's like going from the big city to the countryside. Listen, I I understand how like this is about to sound racist as fuck, but like I understand how those white kids feel when they go to the hood for the bro. But I went to 11th grade with a cocky mindset. Why? Because I was better than them hoes. And that was my whole process. Like I told myself day in and day out at CMA, I'm not fucking nobody here. I'm not here to make friends. I'm not here to date hoes. I'm not here to be friends. I'm just here to get good grades and get back to friends. My entire focus from day one of their orientation to day, whenever the fuck I got told, to the very last day to when I submitted my packet in, was getting the fuck out of CMA. Listen, I made no friends in CMA legitimately. Like shit was going to shit. I will go hang out Renaissance like I used to. Like I go chick with the guys in anime club. I would just because I didn't really connect with the guys that people at CMA because I didn't want to. Fuck them. I on the dead homies on everything that I love. Fuck that school, bro. Listen, I had almost straight A's in every class. Well, I didn't have straight A's because I didn't give a fuck. But so I'm lying there already. I had B's most of the way, except for this one class I had D or whatever. And I made friends somehow because I have a very attractive personality in terms of making friends with people. So I made friends even though I did not want to at all. Like I didn't fuck with people. I told people I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to leave. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to leave. But here I was making friends. Cause at first I just hung out with these guys that I knew, and then out of nowhere I was like, "Yo, this is a mad song." Like it just popped out of me out of somewhere, out of nowhere. So I sat with these girls, me and Kenneth sat with these girls, and that began the lunch table, TLT, that came later on. Around this time, me and Gerard are hanging out more because he kicked off Jasmine. So this is like still first semester. He kicked off Jasmine, so me and him are hanging out more. And I'm like, yo, Ken, because Kenneth went to fucking Renaissance at first, but we didn't really fuck Kenneth back then. But then, we got with Kenneth more, and it was like, yo, Ken, hang out with us. And so began the niggas of struggle. He started going to bus with us over that summer as well. No, that's a lie. We didn't start. But he would come with us to Butsu and whatnot. And no, yeah. We started hanging out with Kenneth in 11th grade year.
I mean, well, for now, we might just have to say that for the next one because we've run out of time.
Oh yeah, the 11th grade year is a wild time too.
Yeah, 10th grade year, it definitely That was definitely a really like wild experience, but it was only wild because of
Shit
how
was
much
happening.
was going on, but how much I didn't care at the time. Like it got more interest. It got more interesting to me that all that stuff happened after it was over.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
remember reminiscing about it, and I was like, "What? This happened?" And you will be like, "Nigga, you were there. Like you were a part of
100%.
this story."
It gets worse in 11th grade year when we tell the adventures of the niggas in struggle, like the 4 city hike, the sprint to McDonald's. I mean the
Two
sprint to Little
words. Two
Caesars.
words. Group chats.
Group chats galore.
That's what fucked
PAF,
everything up.
PHF, PHF.
PHF.
Yeah.
Deaf. But yeah, for now we just gonna cut it here. Yeah, this is interesting, but you know, it's gonna have to make another one.
Oh yeah.
You gotta tell Craig to leave because you called him.
All right.